I would also challenge you to declare your corporate values. One of the plenary sessions later this morning is devoted to presentations by mining company executives who will describe their corporate values that govern their approach to mine closure excellence. I see this session as a unique highlight of this conference because a company's actions are typically related to its values. Among mining companies, corporate values properly promoted are an excellent predictor of behavior. I recently spoke to a mining executive who told me that his aspiration to reduce water imports, was to reduce water imports to near zero. Having spent much of my career in water management, I would say that achieving such an aspiration will be difficult and costly and may even be impossible. This executive's goal is laudable, but it did not come from government regulation. It came from his corporate value. I hope that sharing of corporate values later this morning will inspire other companies to adopt a similar approach so that conformance to mine closure requirements in your world is not motivated by the threat of government sanction, but by positive corporate values. I would challenge mining companies the world over to outdo each other in developing strong corporate values that result in minimum environmental impacts and returning mine-disturbed land back to ecologically productive land use. In our fast-paced society with rapidly changing technologies, there is a tendency to believe the results of models and bench-scale tests. I would challenge mine planners to develop a healthy level of skepticism so that firm conclusions are only drawn after full-scale demonstration. Models serve a wonderful purpose, but models by the most revered specialists have proven to be unreliable due to some parameter or boundary condition that was not properly defined. I believe that a degree of skepticism is needed so that the results of new research are properly tested, proven progressively by bench-scale testing, small pilot studies, and full-scale trials before the results are incorporated into a closure plan and heralded as feasible. I would challenge mining companies not to underestimate the risk that their mine closure facilities will not perform as expected. They must prove the effectiveness of their mine closure plans through pilot projects and full-scale demonstrations early in the mine development. In conclusion, I believe that this series of international mine closure conferences governed by ACG is very important because these conferences speak to the heart of public concerns with mine developments. I believe that communities, environmentalists, and ordinary Canadians would be more willing to tolerate mine disturbances during mine operations if they understood that today's mining industry has a good track record in progressive reclamation and closing mines responsibly, complete with stable landforms, low rates of erosion comparable to the natural environment, suitable surface and groundwater discharges, site-wide revegetation, development of suitable wildlife habitat, and dewatered tailings ponds. Developing such conditions will be the measure of success of this and other conferences like it. We recognize that this end goal can only be achieved by appropriate consultation with stakeholders, engagement of owners, including Aboriginal owners, application of strong regulations, and knowledge of applied research. This conference is expected to achieve the goals of information sharing, while connecting you with a host of like-minded miners, engineers, environmental scientists, and reclamation practitioners. We trust that you will be inspired by the beauty of the towering mountains that overlook Lake Louise, that you will find great value in the technical presentations, develop new insights, and make many new friends. Our goal for this conference is to assist in reducing the long-term environmental footprint of mining, providing for self-sustaining mine closure landforms, maximizing ecological productivity following mine closure, and developing beneficial post-mining land uses for stakeholders, local communities, and Aboriginal owners. I'm very pleased that this conference held here at historic Chateau Lake Louise will help make this vision become a reality. Thank you for your kind attention.